I want to believe. Ladies and gentlemen, very distinguished in your various capacities, His Excellency will do one of two things at this time. Would like to hear him, would like for him to ventilate his perspective for conflict resolution, for peace, for internal growth mechanisms in this historic state, River State. And so, with the permission of my Lord, the Chief Judge of the Federal High Court, my Lord, the Honorable, the Justice Ibrahim Ndahi Alta, OFR, Fellow of the Chartered Institute of Arbitrators, permit me to very respectfully invite this governor. I thought somebody was going to put his hand together when I said this governor, who has done this great thing at this time. Ladies and gentlemen, free your hands for my Lord Chief Barrister Yeso Wike, Commander of the Order of the Niger. A big round of applause, please.
Your Excellency, the wife of the Governor of Rivers State, my dear wife, Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Rivers State, the Right Honorable Speaker of the Rivers State House of Assembly, my Lord, the Chief Judge of the Federal High Court, Justice Ibrahim Alta, OFR, Life Bencher. I've been discussing, they said they are removing part of his title. So, for your information, it's a life bencher. It's not an ordinary bencher. My Lord, the Chief Judge of Rivers State, judges of Federal High Court and State High Court that are here, the President of Customary Court of Appeal, members of National Assembly that are here, members of State Assembly that are here, senior advocates of Nigeria and former presidents of Nigerian Bar Association, members of State Executive Council, particularly the Honorable the Attorney General, Head of Service, the chairman of various branches of the NBA, particularly the chairman of Port Harcourt branch, our dear leaders of the state, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure to welcome all of you, especially the Chief Judge of the Federal High Court, Honorable Justice Ibrahim Alta, and all other Honorable Justices, lawyers, and also all invited guests that are here to celebrate with us as we commission the newest and finest Federal High Court building built by any state government. Built by any state government. When we assumed office some years ago, we reckoned that strengthening the judicial system to secure the rights of our citizens was a prerequisite for good governance. We further considered that making Rivers State a regional judicial hub was a good and practical way to engender and accelerate social and economic development. We therefore resolved not only to complete all stalled court projects, but also to initiate new ones to meet the increasing demand for judicial services by our people. In a country such as ours, where the justice delivery system is pretentiously federal, but manifestly unitary, our quest for having the most modern and advanced courthouses and justice system cannot be completely achieved if we limit our judicial transformation agenda only to state courts. This is part of the reason behind our inclusive and non-discriminatory policy thrust of providing modern court buildings and necessary operational support to federal courts at a normal financial cost to Rivers taxpayers. Apart from the growing demand for judicial services, the material jurisdiction of the Federal High Court is very strategic to the economic progress of our state and the citizens. The economic and social objectives for building this courthouse are therefore unassailable. Apart from the call to duty, we are further motivated by the enduring aspirations of our people to live in a state where everyone, irrespective of status, station, or nationality, have equal access to a justice sector that offers and guarantees and dispenses fair, efficient, and transparent justice based on the rule of law. All over the world, courts exist to serve society by advancing the cause and the ends of justice. This being so, the judicial officers who preside over these courts must have all the comfort that they need to function effectively and responsibly discharge their judicial responsibilities without let or hindrance. Providing adequate infrastructure, therefore, constitutes a strong pillar of judicial transformation, and this is exactly what we have achieved with the features in this new courthouse, an ultra-modern, purpose-built facility with very spacious, adequately furnished courtrooms, chambers, and sanitary facilities for the comfort and convenience of judges, lawyers, litigants, and members of the public. With this building, the Federal High Court in Port Harcourt is greatly empowered for greater efficiency and expeditious consideration and delivery of justice to our people. And so, as state government, we are proud to have built this magnificent building for the federal government and for all Nigerians as a testimony to our patriotism and commitment to the peace, security, and unity of our beloved country and the well-being of the citizens. Let it also be known that we have built this courthouse to serve and advance the public interest and not to satisfy any other self-promotive motives. Accordingly, we have fulfilled our duty as leaders who mean well for our country and its progress. All that we ask in return is for the federal government to provide for the regular care and maintenance of this building so that its functionality is preserved for the use of the present and future generations. Let me assure every one of us that just as justice is said to be blind, so is our development objectives and programs. We will similarly deliver the National Industrial Court building for that court to commence judicial services in Port Harcourt in the next couple of months. At such a time, when the Nigerian judicial system is going through grave existential and reputational challenges, the least we can do is to support it, to reinvent itself, and bring about a qualitative change that we all need in the justice delivery system. Nevertheless, let us not forget that the generality of Nigerians still have great trust and faith on the nation's judiciary as the last hope of the common man. Although this trust is often eroded and displaced by perceived cases of judicial corruption, the misbehavior of a negligible few shouldn't warrant wholesale denigration of the entire judicial system. Certainly, hunting and hounding a small band of targeted judges to prison in juxtaposed style, even before allegations against them were investigated, is more of a political witch hunt than practical strategy to browbeat the judiciary into submission. This nation must find better ways of fighting judicial and other corruptions with all the seriousness they deserve within the framework of the rule of law, instead of entertaining the gullible public with a phantom and tendentious actions against corruption. As the former president of India, Dr. Rakhasan rightly cautioned, I quote, "If people lose respect for law and respect for the courts which administer law, it will be a bad day for us. It's essential for the country to respect law, for the government of the country to respect law, and for the courts to maintain the sanctity and purity of legal administration and dispensation of justice. That is absolutely necessary if the rule of law has to be continued in this country, as it has to be continued." End of quote. It is my patriotic prayers for all men of courage and goodwill, irrespective of partisan affiliations, to intervene to stop the present cascade into hell before we lose our liberties to an emerging civilian dictatorship that is increasingly becoming intolerant of political opposition. On this note, may I respectfully call My Lord, the Chief Judge of Federal High Court, Justice Ibrahim Mauta, OFR, that venture to proceed to respond to the River State government and subsequently commission the building. Thank you and God bless you.